Okay, my dear students, I welcome you all again for today's economics class, and today we will continue the same chapter which we have discussed in our previous lecture, is it? And today's topic is reforms in Indian agriculture, or you can call it what are the how government of India have tackling the problems in agriculture sector, is it from 1950 onwards to 1990s, because all of you are aware that the Britishers have converted our agriculture sector into backward, we can call it. But after 1951, government of India have focusing on some areas, is it, or some techniques have been introduced in agriculture sector to cope up or to tackle the problems which are prevailing in agriculture sector, or you can call them the reforms in Indian agriculture. Is it? Broadly they are divided, the reforms are broadly divided into three parts, three components are broadly there. First one, technical reforms, is it? Then land institutional reforms, and third one is general reforms. Means government of India have focused on three features. Firstly, technical reforms, then institutional reforms, and then general reforms. Is it? Technical reforms are those reforms which they have introduced new techniques, we can call. Modernization has been introduced. Is it? We will discuss it. And institutional reforms, you can call them land reforms. Means what kind of land reforms has been introduced by Britishers, but after planning after 1951 these plans have been changed because they are very strict rules and regulations regarding institutional reforms which have been introduced by Britishers. And last one, general reforms. You are aware that the Britishers have not given any kind of concentration towards the general reforms. That is why the government of India have introduced new general reforms in agriculture sector. I will come firstly on the technical reforms. In technical reforms, features are mentioned here. First of all, use of HPV seeds. Once again, you are aware that in Indian economy, traditional seeds or conventional seeds have been introduced for introducing new or increasing the production from all the crops which has been introduced there. That means the use of HPV seeds. Second is there, that is use of chemical fertilizers. New type of fertilizers has been introduced for increasing the production, is it, as compared to traditional just like cow dung or something else. Next one, use of pesticides. Means before 1950 there was least chances, less availability of pesticides for crop protection. Is it? After that government have focused on the use of pesticides for protection of crops. Next, that is scientific farm management. Scientific farm management has been introduced. Means new techniques, innovative techniques has been introduced for increasing cultivation of all crops in Indian economy. Next one, mechanized means of cultivation. Mechanized. New pattern regarding the markets, is it, or regarding the cultivation of crops. That means market facilities have been provided, is it, cooperatives has been introduced, is it, or something else which is providing best to the farmers and encourage the farmers for increasing day by day the cultivation of crops on their lands. Is it? After that there are institutional reforms. The first feature of institutional reform or land reform is abolition of intermediaries. You can call it land zamindari system, because Britishers have introduced zamindari system, but the government of India firstly focused on that and they abolished the intermediaries or land reform, this zamindari system in India, and definitely land have been given to those people who are, that means there was a conflict between tenants of land and owners of land. The land have been provided to tillers, is it, and the rights have been given to those persons. Regulation of rent, is it. Britishers have introduced rent as a very huge amount, they are taking huge quantity of crops or production from the farmers, but government of India have also taken out that problem and introduced new, that is regulation of rent, and regular rent has been fixed but very much in quantity or very much in amount. Next, consolidation of holdings. Is it? Consolidation of holdings means farmer have 5 or 6 places, small piece of land, but government of India have introduced consolidation of land, and a farmer have been given one place, only in one place the 4 5 places land which is available for a farmer, which owner is owning or farmer is owning. The farmer have been provided only in one place. That is good, because the production will also increase and the farmer has to not work for long times. Next, cooperative farming. Cooperative farming has been introduced. Is it? Cooperative farming, you are aware regarding this. Then there is general reform. In general reforms, the first one is that is expansion of irrigation facilities. In our previous lecture, we have discussed that Indian agriculture is mainly dependent on rainfalls, but the alternative of government of India which have been introduced for that is expansion of irrigation facilities. Tube wells have been provided to farmers. Is it? Canal system has been introduced. Is it? Next is provision of credit. Last day also we have discussed lack of finance, but government of India have introduced new concepts regarding the credit or the finance which is required for the farmer, that is short term or long term. Is it? Rural regional banks have been introduced. Is it? Or the best example is in 1982 NABARD, National Agriculture Bank for National NABARD Bank has been introduced for providing loans to all the agriculture activities or farmers. Next, price support policy is there. Price support policy, you can call it MSP, maximum support price, just like FCI is giving to farmers, and this is working on that. That means for the protection of farmers from uncertainties. That is why government of India have introduced price support policy. Last one is regulated markets. Is it? Well mechanized system of markets has been introduced. Is it? Availability of cold stores. Is it? Or availability of market just like mandis has been introduced only for that reason that the farmer will not suffer any kind of losses. This is the scenario of what is meant by reforms in Indian agriculture. Okay, thank you.